What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is my 2019 Chevy Silverado. If you're new to the channel, this is a crew cab standard bed in satin steel LTZ model Z71. These are the things that I love and like about this truck. First, when I bought this truck with my salesman, I did buy this truck from Sarchone Chevrolet in Randolph, Ohio. One of the #1 Chevy Silverado dealers. Great experience with them. Funny part about it is, quick here, my wife actually dropped her keys in this truck when I test drove this truck, and then we had to go back to get her keys the next day because we went and test drove this truck about an hour before Sarchone closed that day. And by the time we got all the way home, my wife realized she forgot her keys or lost her keys somewhere. And there was a moment while we were test driving the truck that we heard a sound inside the cab, but looking back on it now, we both laugh about it. That was her keys dropping on the side of the truck. I know that happens to a lot of people. Your keys or your phone or something out of your pockets just drops to the side of your vehicle, and then you get out and you think you lost it, and then you go back in your vehicle and it's there on the side or underneath the seat or something. That's what happened to my wife. So long story short, it was just funny for us because we were banking on getting the truck, and obviously here it is. But we were like, oh well, we got to go back and buy the truck anyway, so hopefully it's there. And the next day our salesman called us back and assured us that her keys did in fact fall on the side of the passenger side seat there, and he did retrieve them and keep them safe for us until we got there to purchase the vehicle and retrieve her keys back. So moving on with the truck here, I wasn't really, I guess, particular on a color. I do love this color now that I have it and have the color on the truck. I did not want a white truck. I absolutely hate, well, I won't say I hate white trucks or white vehicles. I hate rust. That's what I hate. But I hate how white vehicles look with rust on them, if you guys get what I'm saying. It's almost like a white house or that Chase Bank right there with a bunch of green mold or something on it. It just sticks out like a sore thumb, really bad, and I don't like that. But I go through a whole process of all of my vehicles about rust proofing them, so I knew I wouldn't have to be too worried about it. Based on the rust process that I do for all of my vehicles. If you guys want to know how I keep all my vehicles rust free, it's a very easy process to do. A lot of people should know about this stuff. That's why I'm putting it on my channel, because as you guys know, I have that 01 Dodge Ram with 235,000 miles on it. It only has one little tiny single rust spot on it. 235,000 miles on an 01 Dodge, a second gen, and it has one little tiny rust spot. I'm obviously doing something right here, so that's why you guys should listen to me on my rust process videos. But moving on with the truck here, wasn't really particular on the color. I do like the color. Didn't want white. That was the only color that I really didn't want. I didn't care if it was red, blue, black, tan, or satin steel or silver. Went and found this truck there at Sarchone. Was looking on Car Gurus. It's an app that you can get on your cell phone. Highly recommend that app. That's where I found this truck at. Found the dealership at. Went on their actual website. Did some more research on the truck. Did all my overhaul and look-throughs, and then went and saw the truck twice. Test drove it. Make sure everything was good. Got haggled a little bit. Got the price down, even though used vehicles are way overpriced today, but it is what it is. Got a good deal, had a good salesman. They took care of me. But some other things I like about this truck is some things that I've never ever had before on a vehicle. This is one of the newest things that I've ever purchased in my entire life. I didn't grow up with a whole bunch of money, didn't have a bunch of money handed down to me. I have absolutely worked since I was 8 years old until now, when I'm 26 years old, to purchase something as new as this truck is. It's a 2019, and it is 2021 now. But I have my parents to thank for this, because my dad was the one who gave me the equipment to start my landscaping business when I was 8 years old. So he gave me the foundation, and my mother gave me the hard work, the politeness, the grit, the treat people with respect, and the sacrifice aspect of running a business. My dad owns his own construction company. My mom was basically in charge of mainly the kid aspect of making sure the kids are good, making sure the kids have what they need, and then also working herself. But my parents, my brother, my sister have all supported me in everything that I do, and it is a big accomplishment for me. And I've never ever named a vehicle before, but I did name this vehicle Accomplishment, because this is a big accomplishment for me and myself and my journey in my life. And I also have my wife to thank for it too as well, because we talked about it, went through our budget and our finances, and we were able to do it. And we did the same thing with her new vehicle that she just bought. So I am very, very thankful and blessed. So I had to say that before I kept on going here with the things I like about this truck. But it's part of the truck, so I have to say it. But moving on here, some other things I like about the truck is the sizing. And getting on to another little small story here is I had to go with a crew cab standard bed or a crew cab long bed. Why? For me and my situation in my life and what I do with my trucks. I run a landscaping business, and I have a wife now, which means hopefully someday later on down the road I'll have a kid as well. So for this vehicle has to be capable of, for me and my list, running a landscaping business, hauling a family around, snow, mobile, that's getting around safely, keeping my family safe, keeping me safe while I'm driving, comfortable ride, and new. And this thing hits all those marks. All right, can carry myself safely, my wife, future kids safely, and run a landscaping business. So that's the aspect of it. Crew cab standard bed or a crew cab long bed. I could not go with the short bed, and something I'll say in a later video as well, can't lift this truck, all right, because I have ramps that I need to put on the tailgate to be able to put commercial mowers in the back of this truck and other equipment. So it has to stay closest to its stock height. I do plan to get wheels and tires for this truck as well, but I can't go too big because I don't want to lift the truck up real high to where it's a huge or a big steep for the landscaping equipment to go on the back of the truck. So the higher you lift it, the harder it is to put stuff in the back of the truck. It is what it is. But the lifted look is awesome, and I do plan to get a truck later on with a huge lift kit on it and big fat 35s on it, but that's not right now. Also, as you guys know, there is no more Corvette on the channel. There is no more bikes on the channel. Why? Because I run a landscaping business, and my landscaping business made me money. I had to basically make this decision to get this new truck based on that landscaping business and my older 01 Dodge getting more and more miles on it. Yes, it's still running strong. Yes, I still drive it to this day, and I still have it and use it for my landscaping business, and then just use this as the family vehicle and just the new knight in shining armor, or the new look at me vehicle. But the Dodge ain't getting any younger, and I don't know when it's going to go out, even though it's still running strong now. But when you're running a business and you're using your vehicle to run that business as well, you got to have a plan B, just like you got to have multiple sources of income, like I have, working 4 jobs. Can't ever go back to that paycheck to paycheck lifestyle. Once you start saving money, you're going to get addicted. I promise you, I'm 26 years old, started with saving $5, now I'm up to saving thousands a month, and I'll never go back to living paycheck to paycheck. I'm addicted to saving money now. And even though, yes, this was spending money, you can do that when you budget correctly, when you don't follow the crowd and go out drinking, smoking, and partying every single week, blowing your money, when you're not investing. Just like you guys see those memes all over Facebook and Instagram about you're hanging around the wrong circle if you're not talking about budgeting and financing and investing and creating a business. It's true. A lot of you guys are, this is your smoking money, this is your drinking money, this is your party every weekend money, this is your go out to eat and spend $150 at a restaurant money. I know people will bash me in the comments for saying something like that, but it is what it is. Right out of high school, I had a choice: follow the crowd or continue doing what I was doing, working hard. Yeah, you're gonna lose friends, you're gonna get laughed at, but I guarantee you, you'll have the last laugh when you're working overtimes when you're young, sacrificing time for money early rather than trying to make up a lot of time when you're older and saying, oh man, I wish I would have worked more overtime when I was younger, and now you can't spend time with your family because you got to stay at work to make up more money because you didn't work all your hours when you were younger and didn't sacrifice time for money then. You chose to follow the crowd and waste time and money. You see what I'm saying here? So, sorry for that extra spiel there. Let's get back into what I like about this truck. But I'm really passionate about that, and I'm really blessed and humble from where I come from and what I've achieved so far. So that's why I get into stuff strongly about that. But let's get back into the truck now, what I like about it. I do like the electronic features on this truck. I do have some mods on the vehicle as well that I love. We'll get to that later on in a second. So I do like the electronic tailgate, some things that I've never had before on a new vehicle. I've never even had, let's go back to this, the key fob. I've never even had a key fob like this, an electric key fob. I've never had that. I've always had what I have on my Dodge, which is just the key, and that's it. How do you unlock, lock, and start the vehicle? I've never had the electric stuff. I've never had an electric key fob before, so that's humbling me. I'm thankful and blessed for that. Never had a up and down automatic electric tailgate before. Never had keyless entry before. Never had remote start before. I've never had a crew cab truck before. I've never had heated and cooled seats before, so I'm thankful and blessed for that. Let's look at these things. These are awesome, and I know a lot of you watching this video this may not be new for you, but it's new for me. I've never had stuff like this before. I never had leather seats before. Again, so this is why I've named this truck Accomplishment. It's a big accomplishment for me and my family, and for me and my wife and my future kiddos back there someday. But very nice, very, very nice. Keeping it clean, keeping it smelling good. For you guys, truck guys here, got some gain flings in here and some melted wax warmer candle melts in there. So when the vehicle or the truck is sitting out in the sun, that stuff kind of melts in that jar right there and stays mess free. Sorry, some of the gain flings fell out here on my seat. But just get yourself a mason jar. It doesn't have to be a big one like this. But I got a truck, a crew cab truck, so I want all the smell all around here. But get yourself a mason jar, cut some holes in the top, melt some wax, dump it in, let it cool, throw you some gain flings in there, whatever scent you like, drop it in, you're home free, smelling good every single time you open this door. Something else I like about this truck is the front. The front to me looks really nice, really looks real aggressive. I do like this bug protector, nice black. This sets it off real nice to me, in my opinion. I know a lot of guys don't like chrome on vehicles. Me personally, I like chrome. It is what it is. You either like chrome or you don't like chrome. That's your two options. For me in this vehicle, it stood out to me. One of the reasons why it stood out was the chrome. So I went with it. Got it for a good price. If you guys really want to know the price of this vehicle, let me know. I'll send you a message or make another video about the pricing and everything like that, and what everything cost extra. Again, bought this truck from Sarchone Chevrolet in Randolph, Ohio. It does have LED lights. I love that. I've never had a vehicle with LED lights before, so there's a lot of things on this truck that I have just never ever had before in my entire life. 26 years old. And I think this is maybe my 5th or 6th, I don't know, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've had so many vehicles, like actual truck vehicles. So I don't know, one of those. I've had what, 5 bikes, 3 trucks, and a couple cars. Some of you guys don't even know about, never will know about, or can't show everything on the channel here. Got to keep some stuff private. But one other thing that I like about this truck is the mods that I've done to this truck. So the first thing is the window tint. I love how the window tint is, first off, the window tint is 15%. You can see through it a little bit, but you can see out of it a lot. It's almost like that glass at some banks and stuff that you see, that you can barely see into the bank, but you can clearly see out when you're inside looking out. So I do kind of like that look, for the privacy and for the actual sun, even though there's no sun out today. It's December, mid-December. Thankfully in Cleveland, Ohio, which is rare, we are seeing green grass and leaves still down on the ground, and no snow. Standing out here talking to you guys in just a hoodie and a hat and pants. But I like the window tint. I do like the cold air inductions intake that I put on this truck, and the Pulsar LT. If you guys haven't seen that video, make sure you go watch both of those install videos. Very simple and easy to do. You don't have to be a mechanic to do that stuff. Something else I like about this truck is the exhaust. I took off the stock exhaust and put straight pipes on this truck. If you guys want to hear some more in-depth noise, more in-depth sound clips of the straight pipe exhaust, make sure you go watch those videos in my playlist as well. I did leave the stock tips on. I did think about changing the tips here to quad tips, because that will change the pitch of the sound just a little bit. I know with the true duals on here, straight pipes, with these stock tips, it does quiet it a little bit and muffle the sound a little bit, but not drastically. But it will make a difference once I put quad tips on here. So hopefully I can get a video started for you guys about what the stock tips sound like, and then after we get the quad tips on there, and what the vehicle sounds like after that. So that'll be a cool video. Make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. All the things that I just talked about and listed is what I like about this truck, even the personal stuff, and just having this truck as an accomplishment for me and myself and my own story and how my life has gone. You guys, life may have been different. This may not be new to you. This may be old news to you, but it's new for me. So that's how and why I appreciate it. And so does my wife as well, because she is in the same situation as I am. We just got her dream car. But that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn.